got the CTs starting the ASU, and the Ts are Mississippi State white. We're going to get right into this soon as the round continues. The first round of playoffs in the Longhorn League. Again, as I mentioned, this is a single elimination bracket. So if you lose, you go home, and that will be it. Your legacy will not live on. It looks like we're going to get a bit of an apps play from Mississippi State. Extract's going to be jump spotting on that nade. Should find a couple bodies behind it. Smoke's being deployed. As the T's are spotted, that nade should slow him down. A lot of damage on Intelipert. It's really the only one targeted, as the CTs get 4 quick kills coming out, and it's just Wizard left in the 1-on-5. Not much he can do there, and it's a quick, fast cleanup from the CTs on the B rush, or a bit of a B lurk, I should say, excuse me, to take the first round in this playoff series. And again, this is a CT-sided map, so any rounds you can get on the T side, you know, you're aiming for about 5 out of the total 12. So any rounds past that would probably be anything any team could wish for, but we're going to get another B play here. Wizard Hat's leading the charge, as he did last time. And X-Rac's going to be close on this MP9. I'm pretty sure they heard that jump up, but it's not going to go punished, as only the pistols are behind that smoke. They can't really delay anything, as Pudding finds one out towards middle. Mello wasn't looking at his back turn. A little bit of a team flash. Pistols weren't able to capitalize, and Kino's going to be able to get his back. The T's are kind of trapped in underpass here. No info to go off otherwise. Kino's going to take this opportunity to maybe push into the T-apps. And as that's happening, the bomb's going to be going out. Might get a timing. I think he just missed it. Looks like the bomb's just going to go solo to A as these B players come out. They're going to try to go for a last-ditch plant, maybe a fake. X-Rac's going to call it clear those. He's deep in apps. I don't think they were expecting this. Going to spot the bomb. So quick, clean slate again from the CTs. Make it up 2. A chance to get some money going for ASU as Mississippi State takes a timeout to talk over their strategies. The money isn't the best. They weren't able to get a plant in the past 2 rounds. They did pretty much do a full save, so they can buy into this with the util and the guns they want. It looks like they're going to buy mostly on the side of guns, a little bit of util, all the smokes they need, but not a lot of flashes or nades prime for the CTs, or excuse me, the Ts. On the flip side, you got these 2 MP9s and the 3 M4s on the side of ASU. Looking to maybe get a streak of their own started. Get the timeout expiring. Let's see what Mississippi State does to respond. Can't let this game get out of hand. This is their map pick, I think. Not confirmed because I don't have the basic match room, but we're going to get Master Pudding on this boost. He's going to find 2 quick kills. Can he get the 3rd? No, but Kino from is able to confirm it. And it's just Wizard again on the 1v4. He's not able to do anything, and a quick 3K out of the Pudding and Kino combo there from Cat. Bit of a not very familiar boost as well. That's not used very often. Was able to get Master Pudding those 2 quick kills out of mid, pretty much the side of the round from the get-go there. And the apps push from Mello was also able to find 2 off the back of that. So just kind of put the round dead. So again, we're going to get another A push. Excuse me, the first A push. Quad's leaving this. with the deagle. Can they get pudding? Nice shot from quad through the wall. Sets an opener for the CTs. Or excuse me, the Ts. Now ASU have to respond. That gun is yet to be picked up for Mississippi State, but it looks like they might not need it. They get two, find a third. And the pistols look like they get their job done as it's just X-Rack left in the 1v4. That Molly's going to force him out a ticket. Maybe he should think about saving this gun, but it was a bonus round. See if he can find the one. He does on quad. He's got 3 left to find and not a lot of time left. Line's gonna steal the deal with a 3K. 2 quick deagle shots from him. That's gonna get Mississippi State on the board as ASU start the money troubles. They lose this round, their money will be in the dumps. But we're gonna get a double op, excuse me, just a single, sorry. We're gonna get, I guess you could say a double op across the board. But an op per team is we're gonna get line in this mid spawn. Looking to challenge this mid player in Mello. Mello's able to get the best of him. Gonna try to blow open the smoke. Just a little late. Kier was stuck out grabbing that op. Wasn't able to be seen by Mello. It's Kino. It's tagged a little bit from Cat. DT's trying to respect these smokes out mid as Mississippi State are trying to take mid. Try to take control of the round. Kino on a nasty angle here. Maybe he can find Wizard. Just looks away. Timing. Gonna throw a nade towards lower. Gonna get a little bit of damage, but Master Pudding's gonna be able to find one through the smoke. I think it was Intelliper creeping up on Caddis. We're gonna get quad up into window here. Very powerful position if it goes unchecked, and it looks like it will. But the question is, how do they respond? Does Mississippi State to that frag in mid? There's only 2 of them left and 5 to find. And as I say that, the bomb does go down. Words out of my mouth. Quad makes his presence known. And ASU again with another round, leaving 4 alive, getting their money back on the board. Starting to take off early is ASU. T's a little bit of a lighter buy. Op's still able to come out, but they do have the limitations in the Deagles and the MAC-10. They try to get a pick on stairs with the op, but it does not go. CT's now alerted of that deadly weapon sitting on ramp. That flash is going to be able to deal with it well as Elfoot going to find one, and Master Pudding's going to find the other 2. They're looking the way of Elfoot. It's just Intelliper now in the 1v5 with the Deagle. Not much for him to find. I think he was Son. He's going to get spammed out, taken down to 56. But ASU just swarming on the site, swarming the potential angles where he could come from. He's got the jump on Kino. Aim on both sides isn't the best, but Kino is able to get it done. So ASU at 5, 2 away from, in my book, what they really need, but it looks like it's probably going to be a lot more than that. Kino's leading his team with 8 kills, 1 death, and Q5, or O5 quad, excuse me, in line with 3 apiece on Mississippi State. That's really all it's been. That 1 save round, Eco, was really all they had in their books, and they're going to have to see if they can pull it out again with just the Deagles. X-Rack jump spotting as Elfoot gets an opener on an op in middle. The rest of these T's are sitting in apps as that nade finds its target. Putting the T's at a dangerous level. They're going to opt to go for this underpass. As Mello going to flash himself in with the op. He's going to find one. I don't think he expects the other 3 to be behind it. Looks like they're going for an apps play now. Elfhood also sitting on the op. Double op set up for the CTs, just waiting. Teased across as X-Rock's gonna get some jumping shots, trying to go for the cold zero. He hits it too. Elfhood's gonna be able to clean up the round. Great shot there from X-Rock. Doing his best cold Zera impression. A little bit of luck there too, but I don't think it would have really mattered at the end of the day. It's just kind of a delight to see every now and then. Mississippi State, again with a good buy. Line with this op. Can he find Mello? Doesn't. Missed shot. He had the first shot, but Mello's going to be able to get the best of him as Elfhood's going to find one through the smoke on the secondary op. Mello's going to find a third in the round for the CTs. Been blowing open that smoke. And finally it rewards him. As Mississippi State, not really given a chance in this round as Kino clears out the last mid player, and it's just Q05 quad. Left with the bomb in underpass. Nothing much for him to do except sit and wait. Maybe does he try to save? He doesn't. Mello gets the best of him. A 3K for Mello. And so far, 7 of the last 8 have gone to ASU. Looking dominant in this first map. Mississippi State need an answer. They need something going their way. They're going to try to buy up with the AKs. No util on this one. A couple of Galils as well as the limitations. And they're going to stay away from mid here. Squad is maybe just looking for that push. They're going to try and peek it. Mello's holding this with the op. Misses the flick. Ready for the clear. Doesn't need it. As Kino finds one. Mello's able to trade him out. So they keep the numbers. I think Mello wanted to drop under there with that flash, but it was a little bit off as Master Pudding is able to find one on A. Again, leaving Mississippi State to another disadvantage. ASU is going to clean up the round. Putting them on 8 already on round 10. ASU is getting hot. Looks like Mississippi State, again on this save round, maybe should be their last of their half. Looking on the money side of things, they have the max loss bonus. Maybe they can get something going here again. Smokes are going to go out. Really, I think it's going to be Master Pudding on this first contact. He's going to get flashed out, but they're going to run through the smoke. Sprays off, doesn't find anything behind it. Shots from either direction as a nade from Keynote finds one. Master Pudding swings out from triple. Goes even as we get Kino on the AUG. Looking to clean up the rest of these T's. Doesn't get the last one, but he gets 3 in the round as Mello is able to confirm the round for the CTs. And ASU on 9. They are on fire, folks. That's 6 in a row. Mississippi State not really able to do anything. Looking for answers. As Mello, another quick shot on the ops, able to get them that opener. Looking for Lion. Here a little bit slow on the reaction time, but he does get the best of Kino. Had the jump on him with the AUG. Elfhood's gonna try peek on that secondary op. That Molly's gonna dissuade him from it. As Quad finds a great shot through the wall, opens up the B site, but Elfhood ready here to respond as the T's are coming up cat. And Teleport leading the charge on the op. Can he get the best of Elfhood? He doesn't. Elfhood with the superior angle. Gets it done. There is 2 ops on the side of ASU. This could get out of hand if pudding is found, but it's just Wizard in the 1v3. Mello is on the flank from Cat. Uh-oh. This could be a knife potential as he drops. Wizard finds one. Elfhood's be able to find him on the 5-7, able to trade out his teammate. 3 in a round from him, and ASU just going on a streak. No one can stop them. These mid plays from Mississippi State have just been shut down from Mello and Kino, farming from Cat and Window with the op and M4 respectively, as Mello again looking for something out mid as Window's finally going to get smoked. He's holding it. Could have shot a couple times there, could have gotten a kill, doesn't decide to go for the blow on the smoke. Actually, he thinks he should. Misses the shot on line, but Kino's able to find 2 on Cat. As Wizard Hat trades him out. X-Rack. Another one to pick up the responsibility of Cat. He goes down with just the 1, so it opens up the round for the T's. 3 on 2. This is their best shot so far at winning the round on a full gun round. All 3 of the CTs often go for the market play. This pudding is able to tap down line. And it leaves Quad in the 1v3 post plant. He finds one. Line finds one from behind the grave with the molly. But Elfhood on this 5-7. The reposition, he didn't expect him there, did Quad. And ASU only dropping 1 on their CT campaign is able to put them ahead. We're going to head to a quick short halftime break as I just change over the graphics real quick, folks. Right. Be all fixed. Gonna get this half underway. Mississippi State now starting on the CT side. Looking to get something start of their own. They need to get this pistol round if they want to stay competitive. They're being aggressive towards mid, but it's not where ASU resides. It's ramp. They do have bodies to deal with this. A couple out towards mid that could fast rotate. But this Palace looks like a 3-man contact play. Could be the ticket for ASU. They win this round, it's pretty much done. Shot from Elfhood there is going to alert the CTs, but I don't think anyone's going to rotate off it. Both the T's and the CTs are staying pretty stagnant. Squad going to get some contact up toward Palace. He's going to get dinged. And Mello and Elfhood leading the charge. Elfhood finds 2 on his Glock. Can he get a 3rd towards Con? He doesn't, but he allows his teammates to get the print. As Cure is able to trade 1 back. He'll get found out as well, and it's just Intelliper in the 1v4 once again. Not much of a chance given to him from the get-go. So ASU, 11 map points for them. I think they are going to try go for a bit of a mixed buy, but Mississippi State has to buy up Nova, a Deagle, MP9, a 5.7. Not giving him much of a chance. Even worse of a chance now. His line is found out towards mid. Kier finds one on the MP9, but that's all he'll find. As ASU traded out again, they just need to find 3 more. This Nova in apps, though, could be their unraveling. They don't expect it. Could be dangerous. He's going to find output on the plant. So it makes it a little bit more interesting, but it does not go unanswered. ASU doing so good at their trades. Master Pudding looking for another cold 0X shot on Intelliper, is the last player to find an apps, and ASU take the first map. Only letting 1 round by the wayside as we head to a short break once again, folks. We're going to get 2 openers from either side. ASU going to try to go for the CT wrap. They're going to get shut down pretty fast. Should probably opted to go for the A hit as Extract is just left alive by himself. Left in the 1v4, can't do anything of it. So, Mississippi State starting off with the right foot forward. Getting the same amount of rounds as they did have last map, as we witnessed an absolute dismantling of them by ASU. That's what you would call it. 13-1. It looks like there's going to be a mid play. Looks like they were posturing that banana play. Was ASU with the Glocks. Teleper on this Mag 7. He's a little bit far for the job, but should get the job done. Unless he misses the shots like that. He does a good job of finding one. But it's just that he's going to get swarmed. He's able to find another. He can connect the third, he can. Teleper with the Mag 7's on for the ace. Will his teammates let him have it? Almost gets it. A little bit of a missed shot there, but Kino left on 6 HP with this P250. Not going to be able to get it done, but a nice 4K there from a Teleper on the Mag 7. Already up to 8K, racking up the money. We're getting talk from either team in the chat. Lovely to see, as always. At ASU, 8K head armor. A little bit of util, not much. 3 smokes. So we're going to get the banana play this time. Nades and Molly should be going out. Both ways. This line's going to be caught with a nade in his hand. Going to go down to the Molly, and it's just Quad, who was tagged up earlier from the shots by Kino. Left alive. Kino's going to be able to convert the second. He does cross before the smokes bloom, so that does get his life as Teleper finds the first 4 Mississippi State in the round. It leaves him to a 3-on-4 post plant. Classic retake situation. As most avenues of attack for the CTs are going to be smoked off. CT is smoked as Teleper gets found out in Coffin. That smoke was fading. He was trying to be a bit sneaky with it. Kier gets found out towards bottom banana, and I think they know Wizard is last alive here in Church. They're already spamming it. He has a scout. Not much he can really do from this distance. Trying to get some exits, but they all opt to go from banana. Wait just a second. He's going to try to go for the bomb. I don't think he has time for it, though. Yep, he's just a little bit late. If it was planted, let's say, Coffin, he might have had a chance. But respect the attempt. Does go down on the scout. It wasn't a lot of money troubles for Mississippi State as they're able to buy up mostly what they want. A little bit less on the util and quads on a USP. Excuse me, P250 now as it gets dropped to him. But ASU going for a bit more of a defaulty play. 2B, they're sitting 1 mid. Excuse me, lower ramp, looking for any mid pushes. The other 2 go out towards alt mid to investigate apps. But a lot of banana room is given towards Pudding and X-Rack. That CT smoke is going to go down as Kino finds one. That flash, tried to do something there, try to flash line in. I think the flash was a little bit off. It blinded Pudding just a little bit, but it wasn't enough for him to be found out. You should see 2 CTs left on A. I think ASU know. They're trying to hunt these guns. And that should be dropping the bucket as these 2 CTs are just going to stay on A. Try to save. Looking for any T's that might be popping up. But there's 2 no available, or Veil, excuse me, English today. Nothing is going to pop out to them. X-Rack might get a bit of a timing if he goes through Church, but I don't think anyone is looking that way. Wizard Hat is, but I don't think X-Rack's going to be able to get there in time. Wrong button. Does find him out. The Wizard's just going to crouch. Going to try to keep his gun instead of taking it away from the T's. So they're going to head into this 5th round with the 2 M4s. Crucial swing round for both sides. Maybe a bit more of Mississippi State than ASU, as the money, again, isn't the best. But ASU trying to get something started like they did in the last map. So they're going to go 3 towards apps, split off 1 towards mid, so 2 total towards mid. They send out the B-lurk as well. Flash, I think it was a team flash from ASU. It does a good job of blinding, but no one from Mississippi State was able to punish. Kino's going to find Kiera on the balk with a nade in his hand. He wasn't ready for the push. Can he find Wizard in the pit position? He can't. The spray was a little bit off. So now it's just these 3 T's stuck in apps. As Master Pudding was found out in B. They're clearing this, though. I don't know if they expect apps, and Teleper should be the one to check out Boiler, but he doesn't. He's just going to sit under dark. Now he investigates, maybe. A lot of info for Mississippi State. As I say, smokes do go out, and Teleper does get found. So it's a 3-on-3, but 2 on the site to find. Line with a good boost on top of default. He's able to catch off X-Rack. Now Quad approaching from mid, trying to look for these players short. He finds one, and it's just Elfwood left to find. On Balk, excuse me. He finds a second. He's just got to find Quad. Can't get it done. Quad to save the day for Mississippi State, putting them back in the lead, 3-on-2. It's close. They kept it competitive on the lighter guns. They were able to win the round, Mississippi State, so pats on the back to them. But again, the money is not the best. They are able to keep that AK, but an MP9 is going to be dropped for Teleper, and Wizard Hat is just on the M4. No util, but he does have a kit. Kino lurking out towards mid. The only one of his team there is the rest of his team is towards Banana. We're going to get a rotate from Wizard Hat. Strengthen up this B site as Pudding gives a little bit of audio on that Molly. Here comes ASU. Smoke's being dropped. Molly's coming out. Quad, first one to deal with this. He finds one, but it's all he'll get. Now CT sits behind each one of these smokes from Coffin and CT. As ASU takes up their spots. Kino was a really, really late push from apps. He was trying to get to the CTs in mid with their backs turned. I think the spray was a little bit off. It sends out Elfwood to Banana to dispatch those CTs. He's only able to get one, so advantage still towards Mississippi State. That off from Mello, a little bit off. It's just him left. He's got to find 2 more. Finds one on Wizard, but he's ran down. I think almost got the shot off, but line, again, another one-on-one clutch for Mississippi State, allowing them to get a little bit of a buffer as we head into the 7th round. ASU a little bit strapped for money. They're going to go for light buy. It looks like they're going Mac 10s, Deagles. Just the pistols, excuse me. No Mac 10 to be had. They're going to try this apps play again. As line finds one towards mid on the op. So crucial on this CT side is that op. Not expecting Kino in Balk though, or Balk room. Picks up the op, might drop that for Mello. He does. These 2 CTs peeking out towards ramp. They get a little bit of a timing, don't find Elfwood. So a 4-on-2 on site as it stands, but these T's are about to get pincered from this mid position as there's no smoke to stop him. Teleper on the MP9, Lord finds the op. That's really the round, that mid push, very crucial from the CTs as they're able to hold on to the A site. Not trying to get overwhelmed. As they looked like could have been a little bit scary. They're able to recover it as ASU takes a timeout. This is what we would like to have seen from Mississippi State in the first map. Something a little bit more competitive. And that's what they're showing up today. or at least this map. They're 5 already in the 8 rounds. Excuse me, I should say 7. This is the 8th round. The T's, though. This is a very, very even map, but these rounds, if R1, normally go pretty heavily in favor of one side. So you might have 3 alive, 4 alive. So it allows that team that keeps winning, if you keep the same players alive, well, you're going to have a lot of money. So you can allow a bit of a snowball, I guess you could say. And that's what we kind of see now, as Mississippi State are really, you could maybe say good for the half if they win this one pretty clean. But if you look on the other side of the coin, ASU hasn't had a lot of money for the whole half. They've been able to buy up the few occasional rounds here and there, but it's mostly been the eco for them. But they've been able to keep it tight in a couple rounds. That's why it hasn't got it out of hand yet. And go for a fast apps play. Hello, just smoke off halls. These 3 defenders on A side are just going to drop. Hold these tight angles as line goes down on the op first. Missed the shot. This CT wrap is coming in. 2 B players are wrapping from Banana, trying to get to the A site and get a nice flank as they did last round, but ooh, Alpha just misses quad coming back into coffins. The info's heard now. So ASU kind of stuck in limbo. They got to deal with 2 pushes from CT and from Banana. They smoke off Banana, and ML is able to find one in the back. So it gives them the number advantage as the bomb goes down. Kino finds Intelliper lurking through that smoke with the MP9, and it's just Kier in Banana. I think he's going to try and save this. They do have money, so they could go for it if he wants, but on 46 HP and just a smoke, not really much for him to do. I think they have to know it's Banana. A little bit of a team flash there as well. Mel's going to probably try and peek out CT, call it clear, and that's probably going to be it. And ASU needing to win decisively in this round to keep it competitive, at least in this half. Do so. That CT wrap that hurt him a couple rounds ago was their answer. Now they're looking to start a streak again. Half is not out of their hands yet. They could win 4 straight to get into that 7th. There's a lot of work to do in between that and where we are now. Lion trying to deal with the T's in Banana. Kino gonna be able to get him again with util in his hand. Those mollies were absolutely disastrous for Mississippi State. It couldn't allow Quad to be there to trade, as more util is going to get thrown out. Intelliper is going to be head of the smoke in CT. We're getting another rotate from the CTs as well. As Mello leads the charge with the AK. Finds Intelliper sitting in the smoke, so 2 quick kills unanswered from Mississippi State. Here again from Banana. It's going to be the last alive, but 5 to find instead of 4 this time. X-Rack, knife out. Going to go down, and he's also going to find pudding through the smoke, so he's not out of this. It's doable. But Kino, going to be able to find him out. They get it done again. ASU, another clean round from either side. Money starting to go of the way of the T's. Kino up to 7K now. 10 kills as well. If you look at the other side, Intelliper and Kier with 7 of their own, each leading the CTs. You would think looking at the scoreboards the T's are ahead, but it's actually the other ways around. But might be tied up after this. This mid push is deadly though. They get 2 on it, so don't count them out of this round yet. It does go even. Excuse me, 1 in the way of the T's, so it's a 2-on-2. AK's picked up. Intelliper on the MP9. He's going to go for a grand flank here from Mexico. He's going to meet him head on. Kino, not expecting it. Finds the aim. It leaves Kier. The top fragger now for Mississippi State on the AK. 2 left to find as they go to the B site to plant the bomb. He might think about saving this. I think he is. Just basing him looking off the chicken, it looks like he might go for this. That smoke is probably going to dissuade him. It looks like it will. So ASU tied up late in the half. Again, as I mentioned, this half is not out of the hands of ASU. They were down 5-2. Now they even it back up at 5. Kier should be safe. He's not going to be found. He's reading the menu, looking to maybe see what he can get for lunch as soon as this round is over. That's what they got on the menu. A couple of Italian delights. Not even going to try to pronounce them. Fun fact about me, though, I did work in an Italian restaurant. Probably could, but it's not what we're here to do. 2 more rounds up for the grabbing on either side. If ASU win this round, an argument could be had that they do win the next, but if MSU win it, an argument could be said for the other option for the fact that ASU would still probably be competitive in the next round with the money the way it is right now. Wizard's gonna throw a molly in boiler. It's not gonna reach anyone. That smoke's actually gonna distinguish it. As Intellifer on the MP9. Get forced out by that molly. Kino, not able to get the drive-by MP9. Can't catch him on the exit either. So have a little bit of info, ASU. A lot of info on Banana. I think they might try for the CT wrap, but line here is ready to defend it if they try to do so. Gonna meet Kino first, but Kino again gonna get another opener. They're gonna go to the A site. Spray control is not there for Kino. He's able to find another. It's just Wizard and Pitt left to defend the site. He's gonna go down with just the 1. So they gotta deal with Quad, who they know is coming from CT. Leaving 4 on his plate to find. Not gonna be able to find Mello in church, so ASU flipping the board on Mississippi State. Trying to take this half. As anything you could ever want for ASU can be bought. But Mississippi State, a little bit lackluster. For what they have going for them on their bye. You know, again, leading the charge in mid. He's going to get smoked. Just going to reroute him up towards bow. But Mello is really going to be the first one this time. He's going to find line and boiler on the Deagle. Probably the least impactful kill in this round that could be had as the first kill, as the rifles are still left for Mississippi State as they send out another towards this A site. Reinforce it with 3. It's the right call. Elfhood, though, gonna find one, but it gets traded through the smoke as Mello opens another for the T's. Throwing the bomb on the site. It's gonna be picked up by X-Rack. Now there's 2 more CTs from mid that ASU have to deal with. Kino's gonna find one, and he'll find the second. Another 2K from Kino, putting ASU up into the halftime break. So just change over the graphics once again. But ASU looking dominant in that half. Towards the end, maybe they can try to pick up that momentum as we head into the pistol round. Could be the last of the game. Again, ASU leading by 1 map. This is a best-of-3 series, single elimination playoffs. But Mississippi State have got to find something on this pistol round like they did last time. It's not off to a great start as Elfhood finds an opener. A lot of util damage to exchange from either side. Really just on Elfhood. But he was able to deal a lot of damage on the T's as Masher Pudding He's able to find one, but Kier trades it out as X-Rack sitting in CT. They didn't have a smoke for it. The site falls, but the CT push comes through, and it's just Intelper with the Glock, 1v3. Sitting out Church. Gonna try and run away. And get shot in the back by Kino. He's gonna finish off the job. And then Util from ASU. Oh, that's not good. Mello lost. I think he's just toggling. Okay, he's just toggling his cheats. All right. Anyways, but ASU did a great job of responding to that fast push. The nades from X-Rack. The nades from X-Rack really were crucial in that. We're going to get a little bit of a timeout until we get Mello back in the server. Shouldn't be too long. There's a little bit of banter just thrown back from each side. But all friendly banter. That's what matters. It looks like Mississippi State opt to go for pretty much a full save. They're going to get Kier on this Tech 9 as well as Quad. I'm going to P250 as well on Lion. Aquino with this FAMAS. He's going to try and do something out towards mid. Nothing will be presented as most of the T's reside towards apps. Mello with the molly. He sees someone. It's in teleport. Tries to push out, doesn't find anything, and it's ASU really this whole round. Fumbling with my keys. Can't watch any of it, sorry about that. But ASU, again, another decisive round. Really crucial, actually, that they kept 5 alive, because if they win this round, which gun-wise says they shouldn't, but, you know, you never know what could happen. The money for them will be amazing. They have 3 MP9s, so let's not talk about the money they could farm off some kills if they get to those. 600 bucks each. Kino gets an open on the FAMAS, but it's just the one he'll find. It's a double MP9. He's up top of Banana. Lion and X-Rack are able to find 2 as X-Rack was boosted on top of Dark. And ASU with a really aggressive position towards Banana. Probably going to be able to find out these last 2 T's as Intelper goes down, running through the smoke. So it's just Quad on the AK. 1v4. Maybe needs this round. A nice shot on Pudding. Great pre-fire there. Looking out towards mid. Can he spot anything? He cannot. Elfhood resides at top Banana. No kills to be found for him. Squad gets pushed from mid. Team damage. But it does not matter. Mello able to find it. So ASU, 3 more for them to take this series 2-0 to eliminate Mississippi State White out of the playoffs of the Longhorn League. Again, another save from Mississippi State. Not going to try to rush a site. They're going to go for a split. Couple out towards mid, but this banana play, or excuse me, apps, might be where they try to stack. Mello finds one, can't connect the bullets in time. Double dips for a second. Again, doesn't find anything, but X-Rack finishes off Mello's job, leaving them to a 3-on-5 for the T's. Smoke. Audio's going to be given up as Mello finally finds one from Balk, but he's traded out immediately by Intelper, who was caught looking the wrong way on the AK. So it's just this deagle on Kier. We need a miracle. Nothing short of it. And that's not what we're going to see as ASU bring it to 11. 2 needed from them to end this. The op's going to be pulled out from Lion, so he's going to be able to maybe put a wedge in between that door, allowing it to stay open for Mississippi State. Someone from Mississippi State has to stand up, show their worth. or else they'll be going home. Haven't seen this yet out of them, though. They're going to go for a 4 banana play. Lurk out towards apps. Really dangerous. They're going to get an teleper with the P90. He's probably going to go out first. And that Utah actually from him rotates Mello onto the site. Exactly what Mississippi State was planning for as they group up. Just hit in banana as Mello finds a crisp shot on Teleper and apps. I think this util is now going to alert the CTs. There's a missed molly. They're smoked off as well. Looks like they might be trying to go maybe back to mid. They send Kira to snip it out, but nothing will be found. And ASU, this smoke has allowed them to rotate their defenses. That molly's going to go down. I think they'll be ahead of it. They're going to go into the site here. Mello and Elfoot combining for 2. Master Pudding as well finds one. And a quad again left into another massive clutch. 3 left to find. It would be a 1v4. Can't find the spray on Mello, who gets a second in the round. 2 from him and Elfoot. So ASU have 7 match points to put this one away. Topping the charts at 21 kills for Arizona State, and Kier and Quad at 11 and 10 respectively. In Mississippi State, this could be their last round in the Longhorn League. 2 smokes, 2 mollies, a couple flashers and nades. That's all there'll be is ASU with the nade banana push of a sentry. They sent all 5. They were able to find 1 and not lose any, but Kino from Arch. Can he find the team? He does, but he doesn't find any kills. They were all lined up for him. So it gives ASU a 4-on-4 as Mello finds one towards Arch. And this might be the unraveling for Mississippi State. The bomb goes down. Kier finds one. The op of Elpud combines for 2 with Master Pudding's M4, and it's just line to save the day. He finds one. Bomb's not planted for him, though. Molly will delay the push, and ASU waiting on the defuse, but that should seal the deal as they take the first round of the playoffs against Mississippi State White. Taking Inferno 13-5, only dropping 6 rounds in total in the entire series, but that's going to be it for them. They head on to the next round.